So today we're going to cook what I call my skinny soup. I am browning 2 pounds of lean ground beef, and then I'm going to drain it really well before I add it to my soup pot. You could also use ground turkey. You could make it half turkey, half beef, but today it's just going to be ground beef. I've also made this soup and added the ground turkey Italian sausage, which is really, really good in this soup. So this soup is based loosely on a recipe I found in Ann Louise Gittleman's The Fat Flesh Cookbook, and it's called Rose's Fat Flesh Soup. But we've changed it a little bit to fit our likes, and it seems to work great. This is an easy soup to cook up a large portion, and it freezes really well, so we always have several containers of this soup in the freezer. So next, we're going to put a little olive oil in this skillet, which I've already done, and now we're going to saute 2 cups of bell pepper, 2 cups of onion, and 8 tablespoons of garlic in this oil. And the reason I'm going to saute it before I add it to the soup is I just really feel like it brings out the real flavor from these vegetables, the onion and the bell peppers. I want to say that last summer we had just huge amounts of bell pepper in the garden. So what I did was chop it up while it's still raw. I put it in two cup amounts, and I pour it into freezer bags, and I freeze it. It freezes up beautifully. It's perfect for stir fries or soups like we're going to make today. And then I have a lot of fresh bell pepper I can use this time of year, in the middle of winter, in my stir fries and my soups. So we're just going to saute the onions and the bell peppers just until they're barely getting soft, because we want them to be very al dente when we add it to the soup. We don't want to overcook our vegetables. So I'm just going to cook these really until I can start smelling the garlic, the bell pepper, and onions. I wanted to talk a little bit about the reason for these recipes. My husband and I both have spent time on farms and ranches where there's lots of home cooking, homegrown going on. And we just don't eat out very much. We cook at home. We don't eat a lot of processed foods. People have asked me over the years for recipes, and this seemed like an easy way to share recipes with a lot of people. And also, I've lost 50 pounds in the last 2 years, and a lot of these recipes are the recipes I've been eating. Eventually, there will be a website listed below this video where I'm going to talk more about what I did to lose the weight and what I ate and how I cooked it. So I will list that website as soon as it's up. So you've watched me saute the onions and the bell pepper and the garlic, and I just wanted to say a few words about the vegetables we're using in this soup. Many vegetables are a natural diuretic, and so onions and celery and bell pepper are some of those vegetables that help us to not retain water. I always like to save my celery leaves and chop those up and put them in my soup. This is 2 cups of celery, and I'm going to chop these leaves and add that to the celery that I'm going to add to my soup. My husband just informed me that I forgot to tell you why I like the celery leaves. They give it the soup a nice intense celery flavor. The leaves are just delicious. Any of the vegetables I'm adding to this soup, if you don't like them, just leave them out. As you must have noticed by now, this is going to make a lot of soup, but it freezes really well. So this will give us many meals of soup, and I'm cooking it all up today.